You're listening to Jimbo and Casio on Rocket 95.1.
Following the Following is brought to you by Rocket 95.1 and your Fox 54.
Hey, we're Jimbo and Casio from Rocket 95.1, and this is Following the Following. And this is the very definition of creepy. I'm going to need you to take that off.
Why? You can't understand me?
No, I can't understand you, and you creepy.
Okay, copy that.
Joe Carroll mask.
That's kind of what I was going for.
It's awful. I'm going to need you to take it off faster.
Okay.
Ugh. Wow.
Okay, how about that?
Much better.
No more Joe Carroll.
That is a creepy mask from Fox. Thank you, Fox, for that mask. So this show is going to be on fox54.com every week. It's going to be up on Tuesdays. And what we're going to do is we're planning on watching The Following, which we hope you do too, Monday nights at 8. And then the following Tuesday, we're going to tape a little show about what we saw, what we thought about the episode, Casio's input, which should be interesting. And in this spot right here is going to be a guest to be determined. This week there is no guest, but there's going to be a guest in the future kind of chiming in and letting us know what they thought about the episode.
Maybe we could just do Joe Carroll's head.
You're welcome to email us and get involved in this. If you watch The Following, which we hope you do, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you think we're idiots, let us know.
Please.
It's Jimbo at rocket951.com or
Casio at rocket951.com.
And we'll get back to you. If we find them interesting, we'll read them on this show and comment and what have you. So basically, this will just be a redo of The Following. We'll just kind of talk about it and talk about our feelings.
We want to hear from you because if they have any questions, we want to hear about it. Maybe we have the same questions. Maybe we didn't even think of something that everybody else is thinking about.
So when we last left Joe Carroll, last season, he was burning in a boathouse. But did he burn? Clearly no.
Clearly he had help, this new Carlos Ruiz character.
Which, by the way, we might as well say now, there's going to be spoilers in this. So if you haven't seen the episode, don't watch this until you see the episode, because we're going to talk about things that happened in last night's episode.
And we just dropped a huge one right out of the gate.
And we dropped it
right after our alert.
Yeah, sorry.
I like how we went spoiler and then, by the way, spoiler alert.
I think Fox 54, if they're smart in the editing room, will put a spoiler alert right before that. What was your take on the fast opening? 5 dead in the subway.
The first 4 minutes of that episode were some of the most intense television I've seen in a while.
Me too.
The whole subway attack, you're trying to catch up, your head's still spinning on, it ended the season with everybody they got stabbed in their own apartment. You don't know who's lived, who survived. And, of course, you catch up real quick that it is absolute mayhem. Had no idea his wife was going to die. Or not his wife, or Joe Carroll's wife.
Right.
Had no idea that she was going to pass away. I thought, no, surely she's not killed. She's dead right out of the gate.
And we go through these 5 murders on the subway. They investigate them. Ryan Harding comes back out of retirement. He's not in the FBI anymore. But if you remember Mike from last season, sort of Ryan's protege, he goes back and gets Ryan, and he gets back into the picture to investigate these 5 murders on the subway, which they think are done by Joe Carroll, disciples or what have you. So that's most of the show. I don't want us to forget the creepy Mark and Luke, the twins.
No, the twins.
People.
Yes.
If this isn't the creepiest couple of characters you've seen on a TV show in a long time, I don't know what you're watching. 'Cause damn.
What's wrong with dancing with a dead body?
Dancing with a dead body, in bed with a dead body, making food, I believe an egg white omelet with spinach for a dead body.
By the way, side note, if you're going to die, that's a good, you want to keep your image there going if you're dead.
And I might add, smoking hot dead body.
Well, now that went to a creepy level
if we can talk about the dead.
Got a third twin over here. I think you're triplets now.
So Luke and Mark, I can't wait to see what they turn into this year.
They're evil. They're weird. Like we mentioned the Carlos Ruiz character earlier, who helped Joe Carroll escape from the lighthouse and the explosion. And then you see him, he actually gets caught by Ryan. And then the interesting part was when the twins got a hold of him.
Yeah.
They treated him like a kid. They had him in the corner in timeout.
They put him in timeout. How about
like a
when
bad boy.
they asked Luke, the French girl,
Yes.
that's teaming up with the weird twins,
Yeah.
asked Luke, can he come out now and talk? And Luke goes, no, he's
Yeah.
got 25 more minutes.
No, we can't let him out yet. When they panned over to him in the corner, I thought, okay, well, I see where this weird family unit is working.
And I bet he's fidgeting. Carlos is fidgeting like a kid would fidget in time.
Sure.
That's great.
How about as a grown man getting sent to the corner? That's not good.
So, I mean, basically these murders have been committed, obviously we know by now, and by this time of the episode, by some Carolites, some Joe Carroll followers. Weird, short-headed girl with all the piercings. What is her name? What was her name?
Oh, great.
We can edit back to it. I wrote it down, I think.
Seriously?
Claire?
Claire. Is it Claire? Should we Google it?
Hey, no, I wrote it down. I took a bunch of notes. Emma.
Emma, yeah, okay.
Emma. All right, so then we'll just edit back to this, I guess. And so remember Emma from last year?
Yes, of course.
With the super short hair, the one that was in charge of Joey, the little boy.
And super in love with Joe Carroll.
Super in love, total disciple. Well, now she's a blue-haired, pierced person in this Luke and Mark cult, this weirdness with the French girl.
Still smoking hot.
Still smoking hot. Even with blue hair and piercings. I'm all in. Emma. Emma comes back into the picture. Lets Luke and Mark know that Carlos has been caught and outed by Ryan or whatever. So now we've got everybody back involved to this whole deal. Back involved in the whole where's Joe Carroll thing, who did the 5 murders, are they going to catch us? And this is what the following's great for, don't you think?
Yes.
The intertwining of all this weirdness.
Well, here's the deal. Because the beauty of the following is that you have no idea who's going to be in the cult. So every time a new person appears, I don't know if you do this, but at home, I'm judging, will they end up in the cult?
Yeah.
Are they in the cult? No, and in the cult? How about this? I'm gonna drop a bombshell on you. I think the blonde lady that survived the train attack is in the following.
Come on, you're calling that way early.
Don't
The
be-
set's falling apart
You
if
yelled
that's
so loud that you brought a poster down. Don't yell at me.
high dollar production values.
Listen, you don't think she's in the cult?
She's creepy, no doubt. She's
See,
creepy.
that's a sign, people.
No doubt
That's a
about
sign she's trying to get to me.
She's creepy, laying in that hospital bed. She knows the whole plan. She knows that the Joe Carroll people are mad that they killed him.
Right.
She thinks he's dead. Everybody by this time, by the way, thinks Joe Carroll's dead until the very last scene in the show.
I think her part was to draw Ryan out. Make sure she delivered the message.
Ah.
See what his reaction is.
Ah, intrigue. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think she is. I think she's going to be a main player in this show. Why would he go back and apologize to her?
Well, as he says in the show, she's the only one alive
That's weird.
that he can apologize to.
We've got Ryan's niece involved now, who's a cop.
Yep.
Again, smoking hot, and she is actually helping him do this subverse, basically hidden. He's on a secret mission in his closet with all this, Joe Carroll stuff on the wall, maps to other people.
Yeah.
He's got the crime triangle going on. He's got a huge gun room.
Early in the show, he says he's out. He's retired. In fact, he asked the FBI if he can go home and be done with it. It turns out we find out he wants to go home to study more about the crime because he's got a whole wall, like Casio said, a whole wall of pictures and timelines and who's kind of like those mafia family trees.
Yes.
This guy's Ryan's got all that at his house. All this time he's been out of it. He's been way in it.
Yeah, he's obsessed. He's basically like a vice squad going in undercover. He's got all the info. The niece is going to play a huge part, of course.
Yeah.
Because she's helping him out. I think the lady at the hospital is going to play a huge part. What else do we find out? The twins are creepy.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's zoom to the end because we kind of covered the meat of it. Let's zoom to the last scene.
Okay.
The pivotal scene when there's the prostitute in bed, the little girl do some studying in the outside den,
Yes.
and then she sees the news story of the 5 murders. The little girl in the den sees the news story of the 5 murders and screams outside for Daryl.
Daryl. Yes.
Daryl. They're telling the story of the 5 murders. You've got to come in and watch. The Joe Carroll murders. Well, Daryl comes back in and we don't see his face. Again, spoiler alert. We don't see Daryl's face until the reveal at the end, and it turns out to be Joe Carroll with a full beard.
Let's just call it, by the way. Joe Carroll's got my body shape now. He's put on some weight.
He gained a few.
After his fake death, he's been eating a little bit.
I guess at this lady's house, we don't know anything more about this prostitute, the little girl, and why Joe Carroll lives there.
Does the little girl know who he is? Is that why she called him back in?
She's calling him Daryl. I don't know.
He's got a sweet beard going on.
He does, and that's where they leave us hanging. So that's where we'll leave you hanging. Until next time, on Following the Following, watch us every single Tuesday. We'll have this thing up on fox54.com, and we'll just chat like this. Feel free to join us. Cassio's email address is
Casio@rocket951.com.
Mine is Jimbo@rocket951.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love your involvement. Heck, we might even ask one of you to come be a guest and sit right here on this sofa.
Do it and put our poster back up while you're back there.
And help us keep the set decorated.
Also, don't forget code words. We'll tell you what to do with that every Friday morning live on Jimbo and Casio on Rocket 95.1 as well.
Following the Following. Be here every week. We'll have a good time.